Hi, I'm Alex Kaloostian. I'm a full-time instructor with Future Media Concepts out of our Boston office. I'm going to show you a couple tips in OS X Snow Leopard today. Now, you've probably all used the Mac OS X Finder before, even if you didn't know that that's what it was called. Anytime you open files or open folders on your Mac, you're using what's called the Finder. Opening files requires an application just like opening a website or opening a document would. And you can make file icons larger or smaller. You can organize in list view or column view. All things that are pretty typical. But you can also navigate your Mac in the terminal. Sometimes it could just be a convenience. Sometimes it's necessary, say if you need to dig around in your system folder to do some troubleshooting. There are some other things we can do in the terminal with files and folders. Let's have a look at the terminal. If you're afraid of the terminal, if you've checked it out before and you just backed away quietly, it's really not that bad. The terminal's in your utilities folder. We'll give it a launch. And we're going to start with a really simple command, the list command. Just type ls and hit return. Now that's going to list the contents of your home folder, just like opening a new Finder window would. There's desktop, documents, downloads, and so on. But we can get more information than that. We're going to modify the list command with a modifier. Type ls space hyphen L. The L stands for long format. Now hit return. You can see the same files and folders, but with a lot more detail. You can see the permissions, the number of items in each folder, the ownership, the size, the date modified, and finally the name. You can see here that we have an alias, the send registration link. We have a number of folders. Now there's one more modification we can apply to the ls command. Type ls again, space, hyphen, L, and this time add an A at the end. Hit return. Few more items this time. We see .dsstore, .trash, a bunch of items that you can't see in the Finder. These items are always there, but they're invisible. They're hidden by Apple, so you don't delete them by mistake or get bothered by them. And the GUI, or the graphical user interface, doesn't show you these hidden items, but the terminal does if you add the -A modifier. Now, not only can we see hidden files in the terminal, but we can also make some of our own. Let's say you have some sensitive documents, company information, some secrets, and you want to keep these protected. Well, first let's create a folder and put the items inside there. I'm going to name the folder there. Now, of course, if you have sharing turned on in your computer, or if you share this computer with coworkers, a folder called Top Secret is going to be too much temptation. If we try naming this with a period to make it invisible, the Finder won't allow us to. Because if you were doing this by accident, you'd probably be surprised when your folder unexpectedly disappeared. But with the terminal, it's easily done. First, I'm going to go to my Documents folder. So I'm going to type CD, just like in the old days of Windows, Documents. That is going to change directory or go to the Documents folder. The next thing I'm going to do is rename my Top Secret folder. And it seems strange, but you use the move command to rename an item in the terminal. So I'm going to type MV for move, and then space, and then the folder that I want to rename, Top Secret, and the name I want it to become, .top secret. Now I'm going to get a strange error here, and that's because in the terminal, the command line doesn't like file and folder names with a space in them. It thinks that the word after the space is another command. That's also why you never see websites with a space in their name. So we're going to modify this just slightly. MV again to move or rename. The name of the file or the folder that I want to rename, top, and because that space is there, I'm going to type a / space secret. Top / space secret tells the command line that these two words are actually one folder. Then a space, and then the name that I want the folder to be. Again, making sure I use a / before the space. .top / space secret. That's it. MV, the name of the folder, the name you want it to become. I'll hit return, and you'll see in the Finder window, the folder disappears immediately. It hasn't been deleted, however. It's still there, it's just invisible. If I list the contents of my documents folder again, going back to the ls command, ls space -l space documents, it's not there either. But if I remember that A modifier, ls space -la documents, there it is near the top, .top secret. I can even go inside that folder and see all the files inside. It could be a little tedious having to use the terminal every time you want to go inside that hidden folder. Almost doesn't make it worthwhile. But you can still access that hidden folder right inside the Finder. Just click on the Go menu at the top of the screen and choose Go to Folder and type the name of the folder, in this case, .top secret. You only need the backslash in the terminal. You don't need it in the Finder. Apple's slick that way. Click Go, and I'm inside that invisible folder. So I can add more files in here, I can take files out, and most people passing by won't even know it's there. Finally, if I want to bring that folder back, I just rename it using the same command in reverse. I go to my Documents folder, and I type MV, the move or rename command, space, .top secret, remembering the backslash for the space, top secret. I'm just removing the dot. And it comes right back in the Finder, and it's visible in the terminal. So that's just one of the many little tips and tricks we're going to learn in getting comfortable with the terminal. So we get comfortable with the terminal and cover more tips like that in our Apple authorized courses offered at every FMC office. Check out our website for more information.